Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to empower techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Journey from WebSphere Portal Server 4.x to matured and robust WebSphere Portal Server 8.0. Our guest speaker today is Mr. Amol Dhonse, Technical Solution Architect at IBM India Software Labs. Amol Dhonse is IBM Accredited Architect and TOGF Certified Professional. He is a Technical Solution Architect with India Software Labs. He has over 12 years of experience in portal technologies, content management, middleware technologies, and performance tuning, etc. He is an expert portal architect and has done architecture and consulting for portal solutions across the world. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Mr. Mole.
Okay, thanks, Moni. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are able to see my screen. So we'll start from the what is a portal, what portal is all about, how does it work, not in detail but in brief, and then probably the maturity of the portal from its version 4.x to down the line 8.0, which is the today's latest and greatest version. So we'll start with what is portal. So a portal has been around since the early days of the World Wide Web, and a portal is really a gateway for any application or any user who is logging in. So it is a single point of entry for all the consolidation sites or integration that are there in place in any organization. So in simple terms, if you want to state it very simply, straightforward, a portal is a single user interface that provides convenient access to everything a user need to get his task done. So let's take example of a portal, like you are into your organization and you want to do certain tasks. So a portal, like if there is a portal implemented in your organization, then you don't need to go to 10 different systems and maintain 10 different logins. So there will be a single login. With a single login, you will be able to just log into that particular portal and will be able to get all the information from different systems. So it is a single entry point as such. So whether I need to search a book, I need to see my salary, I need to see what all is happening in the world, what are the news, what are the HR new policies, everything can be driven from the portal. So it is a virtual place in all wherein I get everything which will make task of the employee or maybe customer or whoever are the actors of the system complete. So what distinguishes a portal from a normal website? So when we say what a portal, so normally people say, yeah, it's normally a website. So there is a lot of differentiation when we say a portal and when we say a normal website. So the portal is a single point of all access, as I was saying, to the in the portal domain. So user can get a personal user experience, federated access to hundreds of data types, repositories, and categories system. So these are the primary thing that a portal will do and a normal website won't do. Even your normal application won't provide you a framework as such, which is provided by a portal. So portal in a nutshell provide you the entire framework in order to do all these different things. So there are different types of portal. before we go there, I will just like to talk on the portal a little bit. The LDAP system in the organization. So portal provides a consistent look and feel for all the users, and even the look and feel can be customized and personalized as such. So we will move to types of portal. So like there are predominantly three types of portal. One is business to consumer or business to customer, B2C. One is business to business, and one is business to employee. Now if we see how we are leveraging these portals based on my different actors, so my employee who is an employee of an organization uses my business to employee portal. A partner or maybe a supplier will use the portal which is a business to business portal, and then I have end customer who are going to use the customer portal. So we can differentiate portal in three different entities as employee portal, a partner portal, or a customer portal, and then there can be different add-ons to this based on the requirement. So let's talk a little bit about each of these guys. So when you say an employee portal is the one wherein like most of the mid-tier organization has implemented the employee portal in some form or other, or they are planning to implement that. So when you say employee portal, it gives a consolidated view to an employee, as I was talking about, for their entire day-to-day activity. When you say a partner portal is an integration of the partner, like maybe let's take an example of suppliers. So let's say an organization has some suppliers. So we develop a portal for those suppliers. So the supplier will be able to log into this particular portal. They will be able to do their activities. If they are supplying something to this particular enterprise, they will be able to put that orders into the portal. And as an enterprise, the customers of that particular portal will be able to look into all those orders. And the third type of portal is the business to consumer portal. So when you say business to consumer or business to customer portal, these are normal portals where like we can do day-to-day shopping and so on and so forth. So this is a third type of portal in a place. Now as we have talked about the different types of portal, we'll see the generation of the portal. So we are into third generation of portal right now. There were two generations that were existing, and we have moved ahead, and we are now into the third generation of the portal. So what is the first generation portal? So first generation portal, we are most of like a content driven portal. So it was most of the static web content document, live feeds were the part of those portals. An example of those portals are like Yahoo, Lycos, Excite, and so on and so forth. In the corporate environment, they were having a single entry point. So even the first generation of the portal were used as a single entry point for the content. So only content. So let's say if I want to see policies document, if I want to see contact information, all those things were present as a part of this particular first generation portal. Now we move to the second generation portal, wherein like little bit sophistication is there. So they were focused on specific application, and one of the key feature of the second generation portal was collaboration. So collaboration was one of the perspective that was put into this particular second generation portal. Then there was like email, calendars, then communities, all those things were there. So till like 2004, 2005, we used to call them and second generation portal, wherein like the primary focus was still the same, single entry point or a consolidation platform for collaboration between different actors, different entities. Now we move to the third generation, and which is the most exciting generation, which is of today. So now the third generation portal, they are trying to address a full functional function end-to-end e-business. So they are not restricting their, so these portals are not restricting themselves to the corporate boundaries for use by employee, supplier and customers. So they are going beyond that when they are trying to socialize the audience of the portal. So a significant addition to this third generation portal was application servers. So now we have moved from just a portal as a single platform to collaboration, then probably integration, social, using multiple services, multiple integration with various applications and not restricting to the application that are going to be hosted on the portal. Apart from that, the most important thing that this third generation portal are going to give us is access from anywhere. So now mobile smartphones are like, they are at a very huge demand, and people are trying to have entire thing on the mobile. So people, the penetration of mobile is so much that it has exceeded the number of PC users market. Other key feature of this particular third generation portal was open framework. So like if we want to use some open services, these portals are open for that. So a standardization was done. So in this particular case, JSR standards were defined. So those are Java specific standards for portal. Like JSR 168 was defined, and now we are in the era of JSR 286, which is much more event driven, much more powerful, and the collaboration is happening easily in this particular with this particular standard. So this is how the evaluation of portal is going on, and still like when I'm saying that it is at a stage wherein like we have an robust portal, but still like the evaluation is still going on and new things are coming up. So now we have talked about what is a portal, what are different types of portal, and then the generation of the portal. So what is portal in a nutshell now? Now portal in a nutshell is one platform which is for many different composite application business needs. So it is like company intranets, employee self-service, performance dashboard, customers, partners. So it is a single point of entry. I am stressing on the point single entry point again and again, but that's the real fact. Portal means an entrance. So probably entrance to a whole lot of information. That is what portal means. So in a nutshell, when I am trying to get an exceptional web experience, that is provided by portal. Now what is the business value that portal is adding? So in this particular picture, what I'm saying is, what value does portal bring in? Like let's say if we have a different web application, and if we are trying to I hope I am audible to everybody.
Your voice just went off, Mr. Mole. Can you please
Is it okay now?
repeat? Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, sorry about that. So a crisp business value what the portal is adding. Now when we are saying that we are developing portal, so we need to justify ourselves. Why do I need to build portal? Is my application not able to suffice what a portal do? So these are the 5-6 things that portal is able to do. One is it is able to manage integration, complexity, so flexibility. Then security. Security is one of the prime aspect of portal, wherein like portal provides an integration point with your Active Directory. It provides an integration point with a federated repositories, so multiple sources can be there. The second thing is a customizable, personified user experience. Based on, it can be a content driven, process driven, community driven, and so on and so forth. So like in user, once he logs into the portal, is based on his or her persona. The user is able to see the content, the processes over here can be an applications. Based on my persona, I'll be able to see a different set of applications. And then again, like if I want to reach different people, collaboration is there. If I want to use multiple devices, that is, everything is provided by the portal. And on the top of that, a portal provides a flexibility of reuse. So let's say if I want to reuse all those aspects that I have developed and want to develop another portal for a different business unit in an organization, I don't want to do entire work again. So let's say in any organization there are different business units, and those business units, like portal is getting developed for a business unit. Now another business unit wants to develop a portal. They don't need to reinvent any wheels. They just need to reuse whatever has been done by the previous business unit. So what it provides me an very high percentage of reusability, wherein I have the entire framework ready for me. I just need to plug and play my application specific to the business unit, content specific to the business unit, new processes needs to be defined, and that's pretty much about it. So it is more or less on the configuration side, that if I want to develop a portal for a different business unit in the same organization, I don't need to do a lot of activities for that. So that is the value that portal really provides. Now when we say why we want to go to the portal, so probably what problem the portal is going to solve in my organization. Now explosive growth of company sites lead to inconsistent branding. So when we say branding, so look and feel, so different branding features, like okay, I have a single organization and there are 15 business units and each of them have different branding style, which is not adherence to the corporate style. So inconsistent development, no standards being followed. Now if I want to integrate a wide array of assets that required delivery outside the firewall, so how do I do that? And then most important thing that portal provides is a more inclusive community and foster innovation from anywhere while providing necessary business and technical governance. So when I'm forming the basic fundamental of portal, or to start a portal solution architecture, is I want to keep everything in the place. My governance needs to be in place. I need to know all my business processes. I need to know all the branding. So all these things needs to be in place for starting and solution architecture of any portal. Now the challenges which we have seen, the portal is able to achieve this. An outcome of that particular thing is like a cost reduction. Initially there won't be any cost reduction, but down the line you will see a hell lot of cost reduction in the organization, and then there will be a top line growth, and obviously for any organization there will be a competitive advantage with its competitor. The use patterns, like they are self-explanatory, like process portals, dashboards, custom service, self-service, pattern self-service, social networking, and so on and so forth. So if I want to meet the challenge in the organization with whatever challenges we have seen, what I need to do is I need to start thinking of implementing a portal solution. Implementing a portal solution is a big exercise within itself, and everybody needs to understand that all the proper requirements as well as the processes needs to be in place when a solution outline phase for the portal is getting kicked off. So what are the technical enablers that drive the outcome? So as I was talking is like when we are moving from 4x to version 8, so the journey of the portal is been like the WebSphere portal is quite exciting, and I have experienced journey from version 4.x. So I have worked on the portal from its early days in 2000, started in 2002, wherein like the portal was kind of 4.x was really fragile and was having kind of issues with operating system, which eventually, like when we move from the version to version, it has really matured a lot. It is providing very huge amount of features for the benefit of its end users, administrators, architects, and everybody in the organization. So if we see version 5, I haven't mentioned over here version 4 because version 4 was kind of, version 5 was based on version 4 itself. So I have mentioned version 5, then version 5.1 was, even if it was 5.1, but it was having a lot of features compared to 5.x, and it was more robust. So from the versioning perspective, I have worked on 4.12, I have worked on 5.1, I have worked on 6.0, 6.1.7, and working on 8 now. So version 5 was providing you single sign-on, it was having web clipping, then content management was externalized, so still web content management was there. Then role-based access, it was having look and feel, it was having single infrastructure, single security models, and then there were navigational models. So like there was a lot of development and configuration that was involved when working with 5.x or 5.0, I would say. Then 5.1 and 6 were kind of a portal which provided good amount of features, and the infrastructure of this particular portal was stable, robust, but there were some of the features that were missing, and there were some integration points that were not available in that particular portal. So improved tooling was there, RAD-based development was there, JSR 166 standards, 168 standards were implemented, even though IBM standards were accepted at that point of time, but predominantly people used to develop all those portlets in 168 in order to have portability with different other portals. Then personalization was introduced in 5.1, and it was kind of one of its kind of feature that was introduced. Then portlet interaction was there, even though inter-portlet communication was not there, there was a way to do inter-portlet communication. Then user-based publishing, virtual portal was also there, and then it was also supporting the composite application. Now when we move from 6.1 and beyond, over here I'm going to talk about 6.1, and 7 is more or less similar with a delta features to it. And once we discuss the 6.1, I'm going to deep dive into features of 8. Though with a limited time I may not be able to cover all the features, but at a high level I will be able to cover good amount of features that are moving factor that are provided in WebSphere Portal 8.0 version. So when 6.1 was introduced, it was again having more features, more robustness, and more compatibility with other tools. Then there were like the important thing about 6.1 and 7 was it was a service oriented architecture. Then user driven contribution was there. Assembly was easier. Assembly, what I mean to say is the portlet assembly was easier. Artifacts assembly was easier. The migration strategy was very easier. The migration path was easier. Even migration path from 5.1 to 6.1 was easier compared to 5.1 to 6.0. Then attribute driven personalization was there. In till 6 we were having user based personalization, but in 6.1 and 7 there was attribute driven personalization, wherein like the attributes can be defined in LDAP and I can use those attributes, or even the attributes can be defined in my look aside table and I can leverage those attributes as my personalization attributes. Apart from that, there was introduction of visibility rules, which was very simple compared to the personalization rule that was part of 5.1 and 6.0. Visibility rules, if I want to just show or hide a particular page or a particular set of user group, I just need to show, say, show this particular page to, and then probably who all in this particular group or whichever group I want to show that particular page to. Then federated search was available, wherein like I can search into multiple collections as well as I can search into multiple repositories. Content promotion was easier using site management, and then there was a improved governance overall from a governance portal governance perspective that was introduced as a part of 6.1 and beyond. Even if it says improved governance, that governance needs to be implemented by an organization, and it's an organization based decision. So now from 6.1 and above, Portal provides an rich array of tracks and configurable components. So I have like presentation, navigation, I have excuse me, I have integration services, I have content services, I have collaboration services. Then there's an information layer which is accessing that. So Portal is acting as my presentation layer. Below that, my all the integration layers will be there, which will connect to data, application, business process, mainframe legacy, and so on and so forth. So with 6.1 and beyond, there was portlet to portlet communication that was possible. There was single sign-on integration. Then there were a lot of out-of-the-box portlet that were introduced as a part of 6.1. Even Google gadgets were integrated as a part of 6.1 implementation. So I haven't touched on the architecture as such with the latest, with the old version, but overall the architecture of the portal has remained same with addition of a lot of components. So if you see the overall architecture of portal, I can see this is from 6.1 and above, and more or less it is depicting an architecture for 8. So if you see the entire architecture, you'll be able to see that I have multiple channels access to this particular portal. So my portal can be accessed using multiple channels. So authentication can be browser based, desktop based, mobile based, and even if I'll be able to use the offline clients as well. The authorization for a specific user group will be again based on portal databases, user profile databases, and LDAP directories. So I guess everybody over here understand the difference between authentication and authorization. So I won't go into that particular detail of authentication and authorization over here. So as a part of my page aggregation, I have themes and scheme, page handlers, rule, and dynamic UI manager that is available. I have feed provider that is also available. Then as a part of my portal container services, I have a content access portlet and keeper portlet and preferences portlet and a lot of other components. And then there will be like integration patterns that are followed, like if I want to integrate any gateway application within the portal, I have a lot of integration patterns that I have used. In one of the for one of the customer, when we were deriving a solution outline, we have identified at least 6 to 7 integration patterns for the customer. So the integration patterns with different application was in SAP-based application integration, then legacy application integration, then content application integration, then SharePoint integration, then normal gateway application integration. So we have derived at least 6 to 7 patterns for the application integration which were residing outside of the portal area. So those applications were already built and the customer was not willing to portalize those applications. So like an easy way of doing that was just portalize that application without changing the business logic. So using the services of that particular application was one of the way of doing it. So now till here I was just talking about portal, what portal does, how portal has been improved from generation 1 to generation 3, then different types of portal like an employee portal, customer portal, partner portal, and then the different comparisons. So like I haven't gone into much detail for the comparison of each of the portal because of hello. Yeah, I haven't got into much detail about the comparison of each of the versions. So I thought I'll just concentrate more on version 8, which is WebSphere Portal 8 and features of it at a high level. Even these features, like we cannot do a deep dive because each feature, if we start talking about each of this particular feature in detail, it's going to consume maybe half an hour or more. So the main differences that I see from version, one of the main differences that I forgot to mention is the repository management. So like in 5.1 and 6, portal used to the LDAP repository, which was called as WMM, was sitting on the portal itself. So portal repository or the WMM sorry, was tightly coupled with the portal. In version 6 and even the federated repositories were not supported. So if I want to use multiple LDAPs, it was not supported. With version 6.1, they introduced something called as Virtual Member Manager, VMM, and which was sitting on the WAS or my WebSphere application server. So it was a component of WAS rather than a component of portal. It was also supporting my a federated repository. So let's say if I have multiple repositories, one repository is in LDAP, another repository is in database, so I am able to support that, even though authentication and authorization should not be part of my database. But let's say if an organization wants to do that, it is able to support it after version 6.1. So what is exciting about version 8? So version 8 has talked about a three-dimensional aspect of today's world. So three-dimensional aspect of today's world are: I want to have my portal available anywhere, anytime. Second is a social platform. A portal should be a social platform. And the third dimension is integration with all my systems. So all these three things are being addressed as a part of WebSphere Portal version 8.0. Apart from this, there are some additional things that are also getting added, which are really value add for a portal implementation as a part of this particular version. Now WebSphere Portal 8 and Web Experience Factory. Initially it was called as Portlet Factory. Now it is called as Web Experience Factory. So Web Experience Factory is also very mature. It provides me a kind of an rapid application tool to develop my portlets and develop the portal application. So both these guys, WebSphere Portal and Web Experience Factory, together brings a capability to create, manage and deliver powerful online web experience, social, mobile, targeted content, integration with real-time analysis. So web analytics is very improved in version 8. Also, a tag analytics, context analytics can also be implemented as a part of my version 8. Okay, so I was talking about this, what WebSphere Portal 8 provides. It provides anytime, anywhere, any device. So taking example of mobile. So my portal is now a mobile portal. So I don't care if I'm in office, if I'm on road, if I am at home, or if I am also doing my grocery. I can see the portal. I can log into my portal. I can do a lot of work. Then blogs, wikis, communities, collaboration, everything is being provided by the version 8. Then integrated, relevant, customized and personalized. So probably I have my third view, that is a contextual view of the portal, which is an integrated view, very relevant to the customer, even customized based on my customer needs, and personalized. So even everything is getting provided as a part of this particular Portal 8 implementation. Now here what I am doing is I may not be able to, as I was saying, I may not be able to cover the entire feature, but I am broadly classifying these features into 3 to 4 different categories. One is social collaboration, second is mobile, third is analytics, and fourth is integration and the entire versatile framework of the Portal 8. So the integration, I am just going to talk about the web application bridge. I am not going to talk about WAI, that is WebSphere Application Integrator, iframe integration, and so on and so forth, because of the time constraint. So social collaboration. So I believe everybody who is attending this particular call will be on either Facebook or LinkedIn, because it seems that world is getting shrinked because of Facebook. Collaboration is happening because of LinkedIn, my professional collaboration is happening. And if you see, 1/7 of all the online time is spent on social network. So how important has become a social collaboration to us? Now, what do you mean by social collaboration? Social business is a part of social collaboration, wherein like it means harness your social intelligence through engagement with customer, partners, and employee. So reach to the people where they live. You can monitor what the people are doing, discover new business insights, analyze idea, identify idea, engage people to engage productivity, and act on insight for business advantage. So integrate social capabilities into the enterprise in order to add new opportunities, make better decision, optimize process in real time, govern and manage things. So this is in a nutshell my social business platform. So user experience, as we were talking about, mobile, web, desktop. Then social business capabilities, wherein like I'll be able to reach people, engage people using content, and do a social analytics. So whatever people are using, I'll be able to do analysis on that. And the bottom layer is about the process management, information management, governance, and life cycle. Then there will be different delivery models like cloud, hybrid cloud, a dedicated server, and so on and so forth. But we are not going to touch upon that. So now let's talk what Portal 8 brings in a plate of this particular socialization or collaboration features. So IBM connections. So IBM connection, just you have to integrate that as a part of your community pages, and then there are portlets that are available for which are IBM connection portlets. So these connection portlets, there are dozens of portlets that are available, like activities, log, summary, so on and so forth. So I'm not going to go into detail of what each portlet is going to do, but there is a seamless integration between an IBM connections and IBM portal. Even we are not going to talk about what IBM connection is, but in a gist, it gives me a tool for my collaboration, blogs, bookmarks, profiles, wikis, forums, which is a collaboration tool for me and which I am going to use. Community pages. So like what are community pages? So if your community contains a forum, you can add the forum portlet to a community page. The portal site visitor can view and interact with the forum content from the portal site. You can automatically create new communities for your pages during page template instantiation. So if you want to add those portlets, so if your community contains a forum, so like let's say if you have a community and that community is having a forum, and if you want to add that particular forum to your community page, you will be able to do that. The portal site visitors can view and interact with the forum. Then there is a search integration, tag integration, profile integration with connections that is available as a part of version 8. So when I was talking about all these features, in a nutshell, you are going to get something like this. So this is implemented in IBM, and what we have found out is an estimated 90% of the IBM content that is getting generated is contributed by regular employees. So this is the same example wherein like community supports collaboration on a shared goal or interest. So this is a blog wherein like I have a blog and I can contribute to the blog. I have sub communities over here. I have, like, on the left hand side I can see different tags, what I tagged to, and I can see who are all members. I can follow the community, I can join the community. So this is a seamless view for a user who is logging into portal. Now apart from this, still version 8 social features are not yet completed. So it provides IBM same time, so integration with the same time instant messaging, then people awareness. So like if people want to view the business card information, they'll be able to see that. Then blogs and wikis. So a set of pre-installed web content libraries are supplied to allow you to add blogs and wikis features to your websites or your communities or your portal pages. So over here you can use the blogs and library features and wikis. Then tagging and rating the portal content is available. So that is one of the excellent feature, I would say. So tagging, rating of the content is available. So if, for example, user can tag or rate a book in an online store. So if a store is having a portal for a customer, they can tag a book, they can rate a book. So all these features are out of the box available in the portal itself now. So this is the social sharing. If I want to share some file, I can share this file. I can see this file is being used by, this file is viewed by who all people, this is used by how many people. So I'll be able to see, I'll be able to get a social graph of involvement of an activity, which is, let's say, a CEO or CIO of an organization. Or let's say you are project manager. Let's not go about CEO, CIO. Let's say if your project manager want to put a document and like a kickoff document of the project, and then he or she want to see who all have read this particular document, then who have accessed this document, who have tagged this document, everything can be done. The other exciting feature about it is the OpenID integration. So OpenID integration is enable user to authenticate using an existing OpenID with portal to authenticate, register. So if I have a Facebook ID, Google ID, Yahoo ID, the OpenID integration will allow me using that particular ID to log into my portal. So it provides a SSO experience for your site with full controls. It simplifies enrollment and profile update. It retrieved user data from the external services. So this is one of the important feature that is again provided by version 8. So integration with OpenID. Now in a nutshell, these are the collaboration tools that are provided by WebSphere Portal 8. So profiles, communities, file sharing, wikis, activities, forum, media gallery, document library, ideation blogs, then bookmark, microblogging, then social analytics, and homepage. And homepage is like, it's a very rich UI, a very rich framework with Web 2.0 features, a customizable look and a personified look for the user. So let's jump to the analytics. Mohini, just want to do a time check. We have still 10 minutes, right?
Amol, you can carry on. We have 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay, thanks. So analytics. So analytics using WebSphere Portal 8. So what all Portal 8 provides as a part of my analytics? So I'll be able to know from this analytics how popular my portal is. Let's say even if it's an employee portal, I'll be able to know how much employee are using it, what is the specific area the user is looking into, how many users are hitting that particular application, that particular content, which is a popular content or which is a popular application in the organization. So there can be decisions that can be easily made if I know that a popularity of a content or an application can be addressed using the analytics. So this analytics can also know my stakeholders that, okay, what is the demand of this particular portal application and why we need to implement a portal in my organization. Then apart from that analytics, version 8 also provides Act Analytics. So it captures visitors' behavior data directly from the web browser to ensure that every action is recorded. So whatever a user is doing, I'll be able to capture that. I'll be able to know what is the user tendency, how he is accessing the portal, where the user is going. So from a tracking perspective, from an analytics perspective, this is a very important feature wherein I'll be able to know what is the problem that the user is facing when he want to locate a piece of content, when the user is trying to locate a piece of application. So what is his or her navigation path? And analyzing that, I can change my taxonomy, I can change my navigation structure. So continuous improvement can be possible using this analytics. It dynamically accommodates all the content changes. So like if there is a content change, it accommodates that and you don't need to tag that particular content for the analytic purpose again and again. It creates a comprehensive record of visitors interaction, and client also do not have to predefine segments, visitors event, campaign, category or analysis. Then server-side analytics. So using server-side analytics, you can gather information about page, site visitors, management activities. Page and visitor management activities include creating, reading, updating and deleting. Session activities include login, logout, timeout and login failures. So this is how analytics in a portal can help an organization to grow, help an organization to take decisions. So this particular content, like the first grid is showing that social search returns people as well as content. So like if I am doing in social search, what all people are using that particular content can be done. So their recommendation, ranking can be done. Then I can get a community matrix. How many users are using this community? What is a piece of content in that community that is getting leveraged, and so on and so forth. Now we are moving to the another important aspect of today's world, that is mobile. So everybody wants to have their application and mobile application nowadays. So there are different types of mobile application, like native application, hybrid application, combination of an or a web application, which can be accessed via mobile. So we are not going to deep dive into the mobile based application, but we are just going to concentrate on what 8.0 provides for the mobile vision. So it provides a comprehensive suite of mobile solution. It provides devices appropriate user interface for smartphones and tablets. It provides enterprise governance and security capabilities, and mobile application extensions and user experiences to build on mobile solution. So apart from this, I just want to touch upon one of the products that IBM has for the mobile development, which is called as WorkLite, and then there is a path for the putting that particular mobile application, on your work light application. But if you have a portal, you can have a different path wherein you can use mobile portal accelerator, which is if your site needs support of broad range of mobile devices, then mobile portal accelerator provides a mobile multiple channel server solution. So mobile portal accelerator offers multi-channel server, mobile device repositories, and it supports currently 8,400 devices. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Moore?
There was a disturbance. I am audible or?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So apart from this mobile portal accelerator, there is a mobile portal, WebSphere Portal mobile experience, which is also there. Then Web Experience Factory, using the Web Experience Factory also provides mobile development features. In order to develop my application for HTML5, which and geographical location is covered in WebSphere Web Experience Factory. So all these different aspects, what they provide me is they provide me a WebKit theme supports for Android, iPad, BlackBerry, and iPhone. It provides me a lightweight, visual, rich, exploiting CSS3 visual effects, mobile page layout. WebSphere Portal provides a versatile framework, which I was talking about. So it provides me an entire framework which is able to do a task aggregation. It also have multiple level navigation, customized instant skin, and custom arrangement of the portlets. So integration platform. So there are different ways of doing integration, as I was talking about. One of the way of doing integration with your application is if you want to do a seamless application, you can do you can use web application bridge. Web application bridge uses HTML iframe and reverse proxy technology. So this is in a nutshell what the WAB, or we call it WAB, provides. So the web browser sends an HTTP request to the virtual web application. The virtual web application repeats the request to the content provider on the behalf of web browsers. Now it is passing selected HTTP headers cookies. The content provider generates a response, and the virtual web application repeats the response generated by the content provider to the browser with selected HTTP headers cookies, which may be forwarded from my response tree. So this is one of the way of doing integration with the external application. The other way of doing integration is iframe, using web application integrator. Then like if you have SAP based application, then SAP based portlets are available. So there are different ways of integration, as I was talking about. So in a nutshell, this was all about portal journey from 4.x to 8.x. So I am open for questions now.
Thanks, Mr. Mole. I've assigned you some of the questions. Could you please take up those questions from the questions pane?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I may not be able to cover all the questions, but yeah, so probably SharePoint is a Microsoft application. So and Portal WebSphere provides a standard open source based integration, as well as, and like if you want to port like it provides some portable features, and like if you want to port my other portals into some other application or other portal server, I'll be able to do that.
Are you there? Are you getting the questions? I've assigned you some of the questions. The speaker is just joining us in a minute.
Hello.
Hello, yes, Mr. Moore.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So one of the question was like, why should we go for Portal and not go for SharePoint? So probably Portal, WebSphere Portal provides you a platform wherein you will be able to, like if you want to migrate to a future portal to another stack, you'll be able to do that. It follows the standard practices like JSR 286, which is compliant with that. And from a scalability perspective, a WebSphere Portal is a great tool wherein I can scale my application. The second application was, I think, the integration patterns. So probably the integration patterns that follow the suite is like what all integration ways we can do. There are different integrations that we can do with the portal. As I was talking about, 8 integration patterns can be depicted, and there can be different ways of doing the integration. The latest way is like the web application bridge portlet. I think the next question was like WCM. Is WCM part of the portal suite? Yes, WCM is part of the portal suite, and it provides me an integration and seamless integration with WCM. Even there are a lot of aspects or new features that I haven't covered because of the time constraint that WCM is provided on this particular portal version 8. That is another thing that is an add-on feature of a portal 8 about the web content piece as well. The next question was, I think, on the unified task portlet. So yes, the unified task portlet is able to integrate with the process server, and it is able to get some processors out of it. So I think all those were the questions. So anything else, if there is anything else I would like to answer, or
Can you see the questions now, or should I read them out?
No. Can you just read me?
Okay. So there's a question from Mr. Sunot Kumar Tomar, and he says, can a WebSphere application server system administrator do system admin for WebSphere Portal?
Yeah, to answer this question, and portal admin role is a different role. So a WebSphere administrator may not be able to give a justice, because he or she may not be able to add that particular perspective of a portal development for that particular piece. So I would say that there needs to be an add-on things or add-on responsibilities that are for a portal admin rather than an WebSphere admin. Moini, can you just read the next question, please?
Yeah. There's this question from Mr. Ramesh. He says, what about WCM? Is WCM a part of Portal 8.0?
Yeah, actually I have answered that question. WCM is part of Portal. So even WCM rich features are provided in Portal 8. So WCM is part of Portal 8, but the license will differ from different licensing perspective, but it is part of Portal 8.
Okay, just another question from Mr. Ranjit is, how do we manage the content deployment in it?
Yeah, so content deployment will be managed by the WCM. So like there are different portlets that for content deployment. So there are different ways. Like if you want to use WCM as your content management tool, then WCM provides a publishing portlet which will publish the content on the portal repository, that is a JSR repository, and portal will be able to read that particular content and display that content. If you want to integrate with other different content management systems like Interone, then you have something called a Steam Portal, which provides a portlet for the integration of WebSphere Portal with the content management system. Yeah, Mohini, anything else? Hello? 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 Hello?
Okay. Well, that was all, Mr. Mole.
Okay. So thanks all for the attending this particular webinar. Appreciate your time. So I think you may have got a gist of the journey of Portal and its maturity, as well as the features of Portal 8. Thank you for the patience. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for your session on journey from WebSphere Portal Server 4.x to matured and robust WebSphere Portal Server 8.0. It was indeed a great session. I would also like to thank all our participants for the support in making this webinar a success. The recording of the webinar will be available on techgeek.com by tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you.